All right. I am currently in the process of trying to get in here and doing something different. I don't know if I want to do it this way or not, but we will figure out. All right. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to be putting some connectors together, and then I've got to do some more wire. Um, I've got another order that I got to get done. And all this stuff I'm trying to get done before the 7th. So I got less than 2 weeks to get everything done. I got to do a 7/8 harness. There's an inch and 5/8 harness. It's probably going to get pushed back. Um, and then, we'll know more in a little bit. If this thing will hurry up. 1, 2, 5, 5, 5. So I'm hopping in here on the Facebook Live just so I can say hello to you guys, but I'm gonna try to see if I can hop in over here and do something else too. But this is what we're gonna be working on right here, just for a second, and then I'll be doing some more here in just a little bit. You hop in there, put that. That's muted. We're good. So I won't make this full size, and let's try this. Put that. Holy crap! How many of these I got on here? Okay. So let's get to work. I've already done this. I was starting to do this without you guys, so I apologize for that. It's just kind of a habit on my end. I just start work because I got to get something done. So it's uh it's kind of a bad habit. Whenever you guys like to see this stuff, not my intention to kind of leave you guys out, but it's just I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I have no excuse. I forget. I get busy. I'm working, so I neglect you guys and do not let you guys see what's going on sometimes. Not, I don't do it out of malice. I don't do it because I dislike you guys. A lot of times I'm trying to get to work, trying to get some stuff done, and it just didn't work out right. All right. Log in with email. Let me throw this on real quick. I don't know if I can monitor my own lives, so I'm trying to hop in here and see if I can. Come on. This is part of, I don't know, the build that we've been working on for a while. Not, unique. It's the same build. Uh, I was doing those brackets the other day. This is kind of how that's going to tie in together. I got to do another, split feed. You guys will see that. I'll be doing a pretty cool split feed here pretty soon. Uh, that's not too close. We're good. I got to watch it. I brought my chair too close to my heater a few times and that booger started smoking. So let me see if this isn't a good shot. Yeah, you guys can see everything. Let me throw this on here. You'll see how that works in just a second. Maybe it's work. What? No, that works. No wonder because we missed a letter. All right, so I'm gonna put this up on a clamp, but I'm trying to get in here with you guys real quick. Ooh, can I see it? I don't care about none of that stuff. Close that. Can I see any feeds that's already made? No, my channel. Can I look at it? Never mind. Okay, that doesn't look like it's gonna work. So we're not. Ooh, can I do that? An existing source? Nope. Whatever. I'll deal with that later. We'll stay on Facebook. So the way this clamp is going to work, it's going to tie in down towards the bottom down here. I don't know if it'll attach. Actually, let's mock it up. Let's see how this looks. What do we got to mock it up with? I'll just use this right here, just as a general idea. So let's picture this being a round boom, whatever. So then we're going to take this right here. I'm going to set it up right there. And this is technically sitting on the round boom to some degree. It'll be sitting this direction. And then this one right here will be sitting this direction. That'll be too low. Okay, cool. So that's fine. I just need to see if it'll clear what I needed. How do I set this up high enough? Let's put it on top of this box. So let's do this. So I'm going to consider this to be a larger square boom. Now, just ignore the fact of how wide it is. I'm just trying to lock this up in a way I can see. All right. Now, if I did it this way, this is the current layout and set up right here. This is how it's going to set up. Going to sit in that pocket right there. Okay. And then the way it's going to set up is the clamp's going to attach on the coax down this. So this is how it's going to set up right here. It'll be set up level like that. And then the coax will attach to this clamp that's hanging off the end of this boom that'll clamp down there. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. I do need to glue another, piece or either modify this one slightly. My split feed will be right here. You guys will see how that works, a little bit later. Actually, I'm probably going to do this on this piece, and then the split feed will be over here, is most likely the scenario is going to be. But yeah, that's how she sets up. And that's how it's going to clamp on there. It's a unique application for a special setup for a customer. So that will be, how that sets up. Move this over here. And now I've got a lot of crap to build. I've got to do a UHF split feed. That's got to be done. And then I've got to do 6 different RG400 coaxes. And then I will be doing the 7/8 coax probably on Thursday, most likely. And I've got a limited time to finish these orders. So if you guys are looking to get something done, you got to do it sooner rather than later because, we're going to run out of time super soon. Not really. Not like it's, I mean, worst case scenario, you got to wait a little bit longer, but whatever. It's, not necessarily going to be one of those situations that's just going to cause you to completely fall apart. It's just a couple weeks, but there will be a couple week delay. Here come in the next little bit. I wonder if I can do this. I want to build a custom stand. Let's see if I can get you guys. Well, I can't really get you guys in a better spot, so whatever. So what we're doing is some RG400. I'll just roll some of this booger out and we'll just keep on working. So I've got a lot of length to roll out. If I had a spool roller over here, because I made a few of these, then it would be a little bit more useful. But in the meantime, you guys will just see me wrapping this out. I don't know how much length I got left on this spool, but we'll see in a little bit. Let's zoom out real quick so you guys can just see better. So you can see I'm just rolling it off the spool. I'm actually running low. I'll have to get some more. Well, I ordered a decent amount of this stuff too. Hey, I just found a good method. Look, I just rested it on my foot, and this stuff is such a low friction coefficient. It works out perfect. That's pretty great. Okay, so seeing as this is working out extremely well, we're gonna go ahead and screw it all up and measure off my pieces real quick. So I've got it all run out pretty straight. I'll just keep it straight like this. I'm not in the shot. Let me zoom out a little bit further, guys. Can I go any further? Come on, zoom out some more. Whatever. So hello YouTube land, hello Facebook land, hello Twitch and wherever else this is going. Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Supposed to be going to Instagram, but it hasn't been for a while. It's supposed to be going to X, but it hasn't been going there either. So who else? Something else. Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and I don't know. What am I brainstorming here? I guess that's it. There's supposed to be 5 of them, but uh, there's only a few right now. See if I end up breaking that tape measure or doing it like that. I'm not treating it super well. So if I was smart, and I'm going to try to be, I'm going to grab some zip ties quick. Don't really know if I can use these or not, but I'm going to try all these little shorties right here. I may have to use the longer ones. Oh, it worked. All right. See if I, like I said, regret this. Coming up with a good method myself. Trying to line these boogers up. Uh-oh. Get up behind there. Working pretty well. Going pretty fast. I'd say. Not too bad. My beard's getting in the way, but we are. I guess we'll just make it a little less awkward so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Even though I'm trying to show you guys the wire, it's kind of just weird looking at somebody's midsection. Like, here, look at my belly. I don't know. Kind of weird. Let's, next on this. So we're doing some RG400, like I said before. Uh, I may have not mentioned the type of coax. I'm sorry if I didn't. Again, I'm being a little bit rougher on my measuring tape because I've got about 6 of them. If it starts breaking them, then I will cry about it and buy a few more. But I'm mainly more about trying to get it done in like an expedient fashion. So you guys will hang out and check out and see what else we got going on. Because as many times as you guys have seen me do wire and measure out lengths and stuff, it seems to be the portion of the stream you guys don't like it, or the live, whatever you want to call it. Maybe it'll be cooler that you're seeing what I'm doing. I'm not like I'm being super special and hiding nothing. Just measuring out some links. But I'll be working just a second. Just give me a moment. I gotta cut a few more of these. I may I don't know. We'll see. I may have to use one that I already own and then have to order some more. So this is RG400. It's double shielded, uh, double braided wires, runs two shields, but it's two braids. It's not just a full wrap on the extra braid. So it's a silver plated copper. This is pretty decent. I just got to hold on a little tighter because of the low friction coefficient of this. I don't know if I like this or not. Pretty sure I don't like it that much. That was a little bit harder. Not much, but just a little bit. So if you guys have ever seen somebody spool up some wire, it's not, you just got to kind of lead the wire. There's no real, you just got to learn after a while. Some people can do it. Some people have a hard time with it. Uh, I don't know if it's considered hard or easy for people. So let's kill this. Say hello to whoever's hopping in. Up here on Facebook. Yeah, I was trying to read from, somewhere else, Whiskey Man, but I'm on Facebook though. You're good. Jumpers for the most part, Whiskey Man. It's going to be jumpers. So whenever you're, running stuff, it's suitable for a main feed line as long as you're under a certain level of power. But if you go above a certain amount, then it's not suitable anymore. So, it depends on if you're in lower HF, if you're in regular HF, just what frequency you operate on. You just message me and I'll just kind of let you know the power handling based off the length that the frequency you operate at and, let you know from there. It's not good for like long run jumpers because it's got high levels of attenuation at longer lengths because it's a super tiny wire. It's got low attenuation for the size wire that it is, but it's significantly more loss than like say Heliax or something, even though it handles a lot of power. Like I can do RG393 and it'll handle a lot of watts. Um, but at the same time, one, it gets hot. So that means you're losing, you got current losses in the RF line. And then two, it, it's got a lot of loss in comparison for the specific amount of length. For, jumpers and stuff, it's fine. For main feed line, not so hot. Two, three, four, five. One more. See if I got enough for one more. If I don't, I use this other jumper I got. Do, do, do. I don't know if, I got a way I check the comments. I have to look back at the phone. Whenever I go to, when we go to, Laupa Hoi Hoi, it will be, a lot easier for me to respond to you guys because all the messages will be in one place. But whenever I got my phone up like this and I got you guys on, multiple services, it's hard for me to check the other services. I can check Facebook pretty good. YouTube, I try to check every once in a while. But I'll be checking a lot more of them here, soon. Comment, let me know what you got to say. Say hello, what's up, or anything like that. And I'll try to respond back to you for sure. I may be a couple minutes behind on the other ones, but Facebook, I generally check more than any of them. All right. So that's all my jumpers. I think I got enough for very few more, maybe one or two. Um, but of course, I always keep 400 in stock. So if anybody needs any, I will have some, uh, here shortly. I will not be out. Keep that stuff. Go down here. Let's check and see what you guys got going on. So what we were doing is this, like I said, this is RG400 right here. Uh, what I was doing earlier was showing you guys some a 7/8 CIA is what that is. That's a custom bracket. It's got to go on an antenna setup right here. I built a bracket system for that, and it's a pretty cool setup. I will be doing some more videos on that on Thursday. I'm gonna move you guys over here, something like that, and we'll get to work. So what I'm doing on this one is just UHF ends. So we'll go ahead and snatch some ends, throw some pieces on here. So the way I do that is I just grab my drawers. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see if I counted wrong in just a moment. I'm going to zoom all of you guys in instead of just the Facebook guys. In the past, I've had it set up where only the Facebook could zoom in, and YouTube you couldn't see what was going on, and quality wasn't quite as good. So I'll put you guys in. I'd say it's a pretty decent spot. I don't know. Uh, let's see if I can do like a little X marks a spot. Is that X in a good spot? It looks like it is. So, ta-da! I'm gonna go over here and put this. Let's add a tab. Pull this over there. Put this on right there. Nope. Right there. Sorry, YouTube. Let me hop in here real quick. If you guys got questions, y'all feel free to ask. I'm going to be doing a few of these ends, and I'll show you guys pretty close how to install them. I actually changed my YouTube a little bit to show you guys how to find my stuff a little easier. It gave me like 4 extra digits behind DWin's RF supply, which is kind of dumb. So I just changed it to DWin's RF supply. So let me hop in here and say hello to the YouTube peoples. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how many people are in here on YouTube, but hello. Hope you guys are well. I'll try to respond and say stuff to you guys. Can I not see a chat? Or can I see chat? All chat. Live chat. I don't know. Somebody say something on YouTube and I'll see if it shows up. All right. What I like to do, and the smartest way to be prepared, is you take your reducer and your ring, set all your PLs over here, and just go ahead and pull the reducers, the ring off. Just put them in a place where you're, I don't know, not gonna bump them too much. So I'll just set up all 12 of them over here. 1, 2, 3. Keep knocking them over. Doesn't matter if they're up straight up and down. It don't matter. So just start collecting. Drop another reducer. This is the best way to stay prepared when you're doing stuff. If you don't, then you're going to end up finding a problem or coming up with an issue and then being like, man, I can't believe I did that. You'll have the end already put on. You'll leave your ring off. You'll leave your reducer off, and you'll be complaining to everybody about it on the live. No, it doesn't happen to me too often, but whenever I'm not prepared and I try to kind of skip steps in my process, then it happens very often. It's one of those situations where keep a routine, do what you're doing, just be thorough with how you're setting stuff up. So slide your ring on, slide your reducer on. Of course, I said that backwards, but it's fine. And then grab a zip tie, anything. You can do some tape. It don't matter. And then what you'll do is just zip tie it on there. This is a very low friction coefficient wire, so that stuff will just slide right off of there, especially when you got some FEP jackets, some fluoropolymers. So it's really easy to make that mistake and then be slinging around the wire and not have nothing on the end of it. Here you are putting the end on and you ain't got no ring to screw it back on. Tuffy, I'm good on Facebook. I don't know. Like I said, YouTube's kind of weird sometimes. So, hey, waving a hand back from your side on YouTube. I'm going to try to hop in here and actually see the comments because it's not showing me. So, signed in. Now I'm going to click the video and now I can see maybe the chat. I don't know. Hey, there we go. Emma, hope you're doing well. We're doing some, like I said, some RG400 videos. We're just doing some wire right here. So this is a coaxial cable. It's got a center conductor and it's got actually 2 shields. I'm just doing a little bit of prep work because if you don't do the prep work, then you're going to end up paying the price later on whenever you do this stuff. It's just something that's going to bite you in the butt. All right, let me hop back over there. I think it might be working now. Yeah, it looks like I can see YouTube chat now. No, it doesn't. It's gone. I'll figure it out later. We'll just put it. Where can I put it? Like something like that, maybe. I don't know. I'll put that there, and then I'll bring Facebook right here. Give me a second. There's Facebook, and then ta-da! I don't need to see the video. I just need to see what you guys are saying. All right. Like I said, I just want to be polite. I don't want to be that person that's a jerk. Oh, you're watching my video for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and I'm not responding to you. If there's somebody on Twitch, that's, I'm not responding to, I apologize. I will figure out how to get all the chats up on one little thing where I can kind of monitor it better. But I have not got that figured out yet where I can see it. Cause I like these videos right here are for you guys. Like I'm setting it up where you guys can see what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, kind of from my point of view, I would say. I'm going to turn you guys a little bit because I don't think you need to see this stuff over here. I think you need to see a little bit more to the left. I think it should be good. That's covered. Next. So any other questions about RG400? Y'all feel free to ask. It don't matter if it's on YouTube or Facebook. Don't hurt my feelings. I'll answer whoever. Um, whoops. See, I didn't do my zip tie. And that literally already started trying to come off. So the way you prepare and the way you make sure, throw a zip tie on there. Keeps it locked in. So last two over here, throw these on here, and then we will be all prepared. And that's kind of the preparation stage. If you're doing one coax, it's a lot faster, sure. But if you're doing multiple coaxes, always be prepared. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to be complaining later. It doesn't matter if you're doing one or you're doing 100 of these. It's all about making sure you do each step properly. If you miss a step or you don't do it right, then you'll have to redo it. That's just how it works. Now, is redoing it going to be the end of the world? No, it's not going to be. It's not going to be some major problem that's going to just cause the world to end. It's just a little bit more work, a few more minutes of your time, and just redo it. I'll throw another zip tie on the bottom of this so I don't have to deal with the loop coming loose. Something like that. So I'll need to do this job my razor blade or just some sort of knife, doesn't matter. I will need a pair of dikes right here. Then I will need, where is my little pliers? So let me hop up real quick. Give me just a moment to find them. Probably sitting underneath here, and that's where they are. So I'll need these pair of pliers, and then I'll need these pair of pliers. I will need this soldering iron, and I will need this solder right here. From there, I will need one torch. It doesn't matter what specific torch. You can use a handheld torch. I don't have one to show you, but you can also, I mean, any of you guys have seen this stuff at like Home Depot or something like that. You can get something like that. Home Depot or any sort of home improvement store. What I use is a little bit different, but not much. It's just a different torch. I'll use that. So all these tools over here on this side of me are mostly useless. So I'm not going to be using them. I'll be using these specific ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, see, look, I missed one. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Cool. Those are all good. I saw an extra reducer, so I was just gonna be careful. So then I'll grab one of these ends from over here, and we'll go ahead and start setting it up. Keep my torch over there, set it up right there. So if you guys want to say hello, you got a radio handle, you can let me know your radio handle. If otherwise, you just say hey. If you don't have a radio handle, um, we are, like I said, doing some 400. This is a type of coax. If anybody is kind of completely new to this, feel free to ask. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all to tell you. That's what I do. I do tutorial videos on how to make this stuff, and then I can explain the use application and what it is and what it does. I'm kind of universal in that aspect. I don't really, I don't care how knowledgeable you are, when you hop in this page, and check out my videos. Having knowledge. This is another piece I use. I use the teeth on this. This is a very low friction coefficient, so it's really pain in the neck to try to get off. You'll hurt your fingernails. So just use something with some teeth on it right here. Don't cut through. Just use it to grab and pull right there. Easy, simple concept. I'm going to turn the camera just a little bit so you guys can see some more. And something like this. I think we'll be all right. All right, cool. Get back to work. Oh, I need my pick. So, pick is just a right angle pick right here. We're just picking out a double braid. So anybody who's ever picked out braids and hair will kind of know the same concept of what I'm doing. You're just picking a braid out. You guys got some questions you want to talk about anything? You'll feel free to hop in here. I'm trying to, I think the lives are going to be better quality now, but I don't know if they're the same quality on Facebook or if they've degraded a little bit, or I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys have been here for quite some time. You think the videos have gotten better in quality or about the same, or they've degraded a little bit or or got a little worse? What do y'all think? I know YouTube, they said it got better, but I don't know about Facebook. Doo-doo. So I'm going to have to mark a little X. Let me just do this real quick. So what happens when I'm working with this stuff is I kind of move around the bench, and I was actually finding myself doing that while ago. So what I do is I find the center of the camera as close to centered as possible. Somewhere it'd be up here actually, but I'll just try to stay somewhere around that X. I don't have to be perfectly on it. That way it gives me room to move around, but at least I'll be within the shot. All right. So, oh, and I need some heat shrink too. So I will be grabbing I think I got a little pile of it right here, I believe. So my bench is a mess. I mean, it is what it is. We're leaving soon. So I've got to get all these orders placed and finished in a timely manner. That's a little too small. We're not using that. I got a pile of yellow heat shrink right over. Where the heck did I put it? I put that piece up over there. I got a pile of yellow right here. I guess we'll be using some yellow for now. Doesn't hurt anything. Doesn't matter what color you use. It doesn't even matter if you use heat shrink. You can use, did a video showing you guys that I could use Teflon, and I did that. That's a little bit more involved of a process there. I have half inch flex, in 3 different companies. I have half inch size is also an LMR 600. So I have that also. I have half inch, Teflon wire. So I have, 8 cables that are half inch in, diameter. I have half inch flex, in, Andrew cable is probably the most popular. But then again, I just released the Nokia cable. So we'll see how it goes. It's, going to be less price, but basically the same specifications. It's made out of Europe. So half inch flex is really nice. It's flexible. It does about 7,000 average, up to upper HF to about 30 megahertz or so. Anytime you go higher in frequency, you lose wattage. And then of course you can go a little bit more when you go up to like half inch hardline and lose a little bit of flexibility. So you got choices there. What's up, buddy? Thanks. We have dinner. We got chili. Oh, and some, breadsticks in a, in a pocket. And then we have a spoon. We're not going to change this into a live about, eating food. So I will eat a little bit later. You can sit down if you want to sit down, but just stay away from that heater. Do you want to sit? Okay. Good job. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. So I just did this by hand. Heck yeah, man. Just message me anytime. Appreciate you, man. All right. So what I do here is I like to hold this side right here and then, or excuse me, hold, the ring reducer. I do it with something. It doesn't matter what it is. This, works pretty well. It's been doing me pretty decent lately. And then I just move this side right here. You cannot do that with every low friction with every wire, only with the low friction coefficient stuff. Otherwise you'll have to tighten up the reducer into the body of the, um, uh, into the body of the, PL 259. If you don't, then you'll have like binding and catching and several other things that will happen. Also, the type of center conductor this has, the way it sets up, allows it to slide even easier. So it just, everything kind of is a perfect storm to be able to do that. But I like it just because it keeps this nice and clean right here. So you don't see a bunch of marks all around here where it's grabbing. I got one mark right there and that's it. So it keeps it looking pretty. There's no real functional difference between the way of tightening as long as you get it to bond and bite without sliding. That's all that really matters. So we're going to clean up our end real quick, our tip. The way I do that is I just wet my sponge and then, just wipe it off on the sponge. It's not really a major complication with that. You can use, there's a brass, type of equipment that you can clean with. You can also use some tip cleaning compound, but you still need to wipe that off. So you'll need to have a sponge or that brass piece to kind of clean it off. I use both. Just depends on what location I'm at. I'm soldering, I don't know, 10, 12 hours a day most of the time. So it's a normal thing for me. It doesn't really matter. I can use either. I don't like that though. It's annoying. There we go. Cool. Got it. So you want to add heat to the source? Let me zoom in so you guys can see this because I'm going to stay pretty still on this part. Let's zoom in a little closer. Tell this thing to focus. Up we go. Focus if it'll do it. Maybe. I don't know if that's a better quality or not. That looks like it's a little low quality to me. It doesn't seem like it's very focused. But you guys can let me know if you think it's clear or not. I'm just going to try to clean the lens and see if that was the problem. And I'm not sure. I don't know. On, Facebook, it looks pretty decent. Heck yeah, man. I'm glad the 393 has been working good, man. That's awesome to hear for sure. So you just hold heat here and then you add solder to the source. Yeah, that's great to hear, man, for sure. I'm glad to hear it. I've actually been doing something. I've been telling, I released a bunch of discount codes, for you guys. If any of you guys have anything, any installs you've done from me, it's probably something I'm going to do in perpetuity. I'll do, like a free discount code, for anybody who's bought equipment from me. If you take pictures of that equipment and you're okay with me sharing those pictures from that equipment, on my page and my website, then I will send you a free discount code for like another order in the future. Or what did I do? I forgot exactly how I did it, but it's a free discount code, for anything you'd like to buy. You can use a promo code on the website and, get some stuff done, get some stuff for cheaper just by sharing a picture. I just want more pictures. I know I've did a bunch of setups. I don't really want to harass all my customers for pictures, so I figured I might as well just, uh-oh, what's happening to Facebook? Is Facebook froze, guys? Yeah, it looks like Facebook froze for a minute. That was weird. Okay. Well, back to work. Yeah, guys, let me know if it happened on y'all's end. If it was just on my end, that's fine. But that was kind of weird. First time that's ever happened. I have 2 gig service here, so we shouldn't be having any slowdowns, but technically I've only got like 100 meg out here. See, that's, not bonded. So I just heat it up until it sucks in. You're watching for that solder to wick in and pull in to the joint. But I made a post, pretty much saying that if anybody who sends me pictures of their installs that they've done on their equipment, I'll send you a discount code where you can buy something else on the website if you want, and give you a free discount. It's just kind of a thank you for the guys who've done work with me already. And then also a benefit for me because I get pictures. So it's kind of, I've got a bunch of pictures of a lot of installs that I do, but I can't really share some of that monster stuff that I work on, because it's not specifically mine. So, uh, I do that as an option to kind of give back maybe and then get some more photos. Cool. Somebody said it did, and two people said no. Okay. I don't know what happened. So I apologize to the guys that, had the live freeze, and then, to the guys that didn't freeze on. I'm glad it didn't freeze on you. Let me kill this real quick so I can actually see your chat. I got people messaging me on Facebook, so it's popping up and blocking my screen. But yeah, I think it's something pretty cool. It's something nice to give back, and then, uh, it makes the customers who bought stuff from me feel appreciated, but also at the same time, it gets me pictures. All right. So we're just finishing up this 400 right here. You guys didn't get, I'm not sure if all you guys got to see it or not, but I'll show you guys real quick the 7/8 that I was working on a little bit earlier. It was pretty cool. It was a neat little setup. So I just want it to wick into that joint. I don't care about anything on the outside. Just want that to wick in. See how you can see the shield a little bit? That's what I want. So we're coated all the way through on all the joints. Do not use a microfiber on this. Use a normal cotton or terry cloth or whatever. Doesn't matter. I just want to knock a lot of that rosin core off. Don't touch that like I did because that's hot. Uh, I can kind of handle a lot of that stuff, but that was definitely very hot. I'm going to try to show you guys real quick. Let me show y'all. Let's zoom out just a smidge. Let you see what I was doing earlier. So I threw this on a box. So I'll just throw it on this box for now. So consider this being a huge beam, whatever, no matter what it is. So the way I got this set up is it's right here, sets up right here, and it's sitting on the boom right here, along the boom. Then I have this set up right here, and then this goes right here. I guess I need to do this one. I don't know. And then sets up like that. And then down here, I'll have another bracket set up right here. It will be laid out a little bit different than this, but then the coax will be clamped down here. So the clamp will be set up right here to clamp onto the coax, which is lined up like that. That's how this one's set up for a very unique application for a customer, but I built it to the suit them. Let me go ahead and line this one up, set it right here, move that back over there, there. That piece to put it right there. Zoom back in and get back to work. But yeah, that was a custom bracket that I'm doing. That's a one way I like to do stuff. I like it when I get a chance to do more custom stuff, but also at the same time, I lose money like crazy on that crap because I never quote it right. I'm going to go back and time my live for anybody else who wants something in the future. Not for any other reason that I just don't want to lose money. And it's not like I'm trying to be disrespectful or rude. It's just, I can't do something for free. It's, I got a family to feed. Sorry, guys. Oh, I guess I can do something for free. I can do a video of me building it. All right. So it looks like the Bluetooth is going to, conk out on me here in just a little bit. So we'll see what happens. You guys are liking the audio much better, with the Bluetooth on. So I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to put this Bluetooth right here. Hopefully, tell me if the audio changed whenever I did that. And hopefully we didn't lose any quality yet. I'll try to keep one ear in and kind of just swap it out, as the other one charges. It's not charging. It's kind of weird sometimes. I don't understand it. I don't know. It may charge, may not charge, whatever. Bluetooth's dead in a little while and you guys have to hear a worse audio, then I apologize. But let me know if the audio quality changed whenever I did that. We're still one Bluetooth in with still some noise canceling. The guys were loving it the other day. I was using a Sawzall and a bunch of other stuff, or a compound miter saw, and that y'all weren't hearing hardly anything. Sander and all that stuff. All right. You guys feel free to ask any question if y'all want to over in YouTube land and Twitch land and Facebook land, whichever area you guys are from. I will try to check your comments and respond. This is not one of those lives that forces you just to watch and say nothing. You can ask questions. It's perfectly fine. No change on your end. Cool. Thanks for letting me know. That's great to know. All right. So we are preparing for the Laupa Hoi Hoi event coming up in the Big Island in Hawaii. If you guys get to make it, I'd love to see you guys there. I know several guys are already headed there, or not already headed there, but will be headed there um, to make it this year. If you guys can't make it this year, there's plenty of other events that we're going to be going to that you'll be able to hang out and say hello. I'll be going to most likely Joliet, Illinois this year. I know that's a confirmed event pretty much. I haven't booked the room yet, but I'm 6 months in advance, so I'm pretty sure we'll be fine on that room. Even if it's not, it's a big city. I can book another room. It's not the end of the world. There is an event in Ohio. I've got to check with a few guys on that event. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't heard of them. I just need to make sure that I'm able to go to these things. There may be another Gulfport this year. I don't know if they have it every single year. According to them, it sounded like it last time. So I will probably be in Gulfport this year. I don't know if there's another Florida one this year. I know it's 2026. There is another West Palm Beach in Florida. But I do need to talk to the organizer of that event and see what event is taking its place this year. Uh, I know a lot of these organizers are really nice to each other and they kind of work with each other's clubs and they will, pause their event for, whatever other club is trying to put on an event, especially if it's a similar date. And then a lot of them will show up. Like I'll meet a lot of these other clubs at the, a different club's meet. So that's pretty neat. I think that's really good for the hobby, supporting each other. I'm going to be Where at in Ohio is Toledo, I think, but I'd have to make sure. So there's one in Ohio, there's one in Joliet, Illinois. I know I'm going to Joliet. The Ohio one, I'm not 100% sure. I have to check. I've got a flyer for it. I will be posting it on this page, in the next coming weeks. Probably as soon as I get back from Hawaii, I will be getting the rest of the flyers, hopefully, done for me. I'm waiting on a few of them to get made. They usually try to make them like 2 or 3 months in advance, and I'm trying to get them like 6 months in advance. So it's a little bit of a stretch me asking for that. Some of the bigger events will make their flyer like the previous year and go ahead and have everything locked in. But not everybody has that kind of pull to be able to lock in rates a year in advance or to be able to lock in a venue a year in advance. That's a lot of organizing for an event. They've got to lock in a field and all kinds of stuff. So, um, I will post, like I said, I'll post what I have. I may post it before I leave, especially if there's enough people asking. I'll post what I have and then I'll post more as I find more. Uh, I may do like a pinned post, I think is what I'm going to do. Events this coming year or whatever. And I'll have that as like the top post on my page. Uh, I think that may be the smartest route. I'm not sure. We'll figure this out. So again, add heat. What you'll do is you'll watch it bubble. It's not connected or doing anything right here. So we'll grab our torch, wherever it's at on the floor down here, and we'll heat it up until it wicks in. So once it wicks in, kind of means I've got the preheat that I'm looking for. If you guys would like a different angle, let me know. I can zoom out. I can actually pull in. We can kind of move around and see what happens. I'm going to try to pull in the camera a little bit to see if it improves the quality and then zoom back out. So something like that. I believe. Oh, I didn't set the quality on the video. I bet you I didn't. That might be what it is. So I may have to auto set the quality on every one of these videos, and it may be a slight lower resolution than what I intended it to be. Because I usually try to set it for the highest resolution, and then it just complains and says it'll make the bit rate slow and whatever, blah blah blah. But who cares? That's why we have fast internet. But I think I'm trying to figure out this new streaming service or this new live service. So I do apologize if the video is not as good of quality as what the other videos are. I will be absolutely fixing that soon. I'll just have to go back and check my settings and see what it was. Now I'm not complaining because my lives, shoot, man, my lives. Well, if you go back to my nostalgia series on YouTube and you start looking at the beginning lives, man, them things were like 480i or some crap. They were terrible quality, but it's all Facebook let me have. So whatever. It was, I'm not ashamed of them by any means, but it's definitely, a world of difference in the quality that I'm able to put out on lives now. And I can kind of force it up, like Facebook Live, like on your phone. It can only go up so high. And then on the computer, it still seems like it can only go up so high. But I think now this is what I get for thinking. that the videos on the most recent videos that I've been doing are a little bit higher quality than what I've been doing before. So I will have to go back and check. I was told that the YouTube videos were higher quality, so it's still possible they might not be 720. But I think I got 720 on YouTube, 720p, which is not super high, but for a live, that's stupid fast. Because lives, they're real picky about how fast you can put your speed. Like I could try to do it at 4K. I could do 8K with this camera, but ain't no way it would ever do 8K live. It's just, it's not gonna, the network won't support it. Not even the network, like YouTube's like servers won't support it because there's so many other people doing that. I need to do this real quick. Sorry. My bad. Move on to the next one. So I'm doing this, all these harnesses right here as a, part of a bigger order that was made back a month ago. So I'm waiting on some coax, or else you would have seen me building on this booger some more, because it's their turn. I'm also waiting on another custom bird meter. I'll be doing a video on that here soon. If it shows up, hopefully on tomorrow, then, I'll be doing a video on Thursday of it, because it is actually before this custom wiring harness here. Um, I'm zip tying a few of these because I just want this to be held in together. And I'm tired of the, see how it's kind of just janky at the bottom. Just throwing another zip tie on here real quick. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. It just makes it hold better. One, two, let me do this. Like a stand. That'll work. Three. There we go. All right. YouTube done got quiet over there. What you guys got to say? All right. I guess Facebook did too. You guys are off and on about commenting sometimes. I do appreciate y'all hanging out. Anybody who hangs out and just watches the video, feel free. Don't feel like you're pressured to say anything, but I do appreciate the conversation. I'll say that much. Sometimes I feel like I'm literally talking to myself. 238 Indiana, waving a hand, man. Sorry I didn't respond to you earlier. I was looking at, uh, Michael's, comment about, asking about where in Ohio. Did I miss anybody else on the comments? I don't want to apologize. What's up, Sean? Hope you're doing well. Uh, I called everybody else. I didn't miss nobody else. We're good. You guys are just quiet today is all it is. Yeah. You guys got questions on YouTube? Y'all feel free to ask me. I really don't mind. Hello. Hello. Hope y'all are doing well. If you don't know what this is RG400. It's a type of coax. If you do know what it is, then feel free to ask me more specific questions. I can get a little bit more technical than just coax. If you've never heard the term coax, then ask what's coax. Like, I don't mind helping, guys. Y'all feel free to ask whatever. All right. Pulling that right out. Heck yeah, man. I will, let you know. I'll probably just send you a message. And then I will let you know where it's at. And it should pop up on your messages from this page. And, then it'll be a flyer. Basically, it will have the hotel that it's happening at. It's usually a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday event. Most of the time I just come Friday and Saturday, because it's just too hard, with me working, because I have two businesses, to make events like that. I can't, Thursdays events are just impossible for me to make. I gotta work. Friday is already difficult enough with me taking off Fridays. That's, it's a lot, to be honest. I take a hit to make these events for you guys, but at the same time, I think it's worth it. So, um, it's not like I intend on missing stuff, but it has to happen for me to make some of these events. Yeah. YouTube has no questions. Yeah. What am I doing? Uh, I need to do this. No, I'm not doing that. I'm doing this. Sorry, I was second guessing myself. So when you do like an RG8X coax and stuff like that, you want to move the back. But the reason I specifically don't move the back is because I don't want to put a bunch of um, indentations and scratches in the reducer. Uh, Strictly for cosmetic purposes, not for any other reasons. There's no other benefit to doing it that way. So don't feel like you have to copy me. It's just me being a little bit more particular with the stuff that I'm building, just because I'm putting my name behind it, and I want it to be as best as I can make it within reason, at least. Hey, it's coming great, actually. I don't really talk about the other business stuff too much on here, Michael, but you can feel free to message me anytime. Uh, some actual serious progress on it for sure. Just got a little bit more to do on the monitor, and then we'll be moving forward from there. I think most of the main is done. But again, like I said, I usually keep that stuff separate, but I don't really have to talk. Uh, all right. I was actually working. You're good. No problem at all. I was actually working on that today. All right. So, like I said, we're soldering in this. You want to see that solder wick in. You don't want to see it be just bubbled on the outside. You want to see it kind of pull in. Um, if you ever guys have seen like wicking action on anything, like how a wick sucks up the wax from a candle, it's kind of hard to see that how that works whenever you're uh, lighting a candle. But if you zoom in real close, you can kind of see how it works. Wicking action would be also like water kind of sucks into a paper towel. That's kind of what you want to see happen to this braid. So there's a double braid behind here, and I want to see the solder suck in there, kind of like I was mentioning earlier, like water into a napkin. We want it to just a little bit. Don't take a bunch of water. It just takes enough, and you'll watch it just suck on in there. Now, in order to make this solder like a liquid, you have to get it up to a specific temperature. So that's why I have to hold a certain heat rather than just dropping the liquid directly on it. So now we'll get this last one over here. So, like I said, this is RG400. It's a double shielded, a double braided jacket. It has two shields. It's, two braids, silver coated copper braid with a silver coated copper center conductor. It runs a Teflon dielectric, and it's a FEP, fluorinated ethylene propylene jacket. It just means it's a type of fluoropolymer. The jacket's good for UV resistance. The Teflon or the PTFE, center conductor or center dielectric is really good for um, electrical isolation, or as in like a high voltage resistance. So it means it can handle more power flowing through it without actually arcing over. There is a current limit that you really get into when you got a center conductor that's only so big. So you do have to kind of keep that in mind. If the wire starts getting hot, it doesn't necessarily mean the wire is going to fail, but it does mean you're actually getting lost through that because heat is loss. So keep that in mind if you start running big power through these small ends. There's a limit to where you really want to go for the most part. If you go anything bigger, then you want to go like RG393 or something. it's going to be your next size up. Not really. I've, there's other sizes up, but in, your FEP wire or your fluoropolymer wires, it's the next size up for the most part. There's a couple others in between. I think RG303 might be slightly larger, but there's not a ton of others. And a lot of times they'll have like a solid center rather than a stranded center. So 393 is kind of I would like to find, an intermediary, something in between. And then I've got larger than 393 too, like, half-inch size wire. Then I've got 7/8 size wire, or maybe 3/4. I don't remember. And then I've got 1-inch size wire. All right. That's all in Teflon too. Now I have, of course, up to 1 5/8 in your Heliax style wire or your Heliax style, the corrugated copper wire. Uh, in a flexible, corrugation wire, it goes up to about 1/2 inch, flex. It'll do great for, like I said, multiple flexible applications, but still having a lot of the attenuation properties, that your, other Heliax types will. It is a spiral helical wire, so it does have a little bit of a different makeup and design than what your, typical, Heliax is going to be, but it's similar in design. Or as much. Alrighty. Would you guys like to know anything more about, the upcoming events? Would you like to know more about Oh, I'm gonna do another giveaway, I think. Not like a giveaway in the traditional sense, as in, we'll have entries and stuff, but a giveaway in the sense of I'm planning on giving you guys stuff, if you follow a certain set of conditions. And I'm pretty sure the way we're going to work it out, I think I have 9 D-Win hats left. What I'm going to do is we'll come up with like a slogan. I need to get, something from you guys. I guess we could use you always win with D-Wins that, um, I think Mickey is the one who was the one who came up with that slogan. I'd have to go back and look. He popped in there and quoted it the other day. But I want to try to make sure I get the right person all the time if I can on stuff like that. I don't want to be wrong. But we could use that slogan that you guys came up with and voted on, or we could use a different, kind of keyword or whatever. And the way it will work is if you guys come up to me at any event that I'm going to, whether it be, in Ohio, in Indiana, in Florida, or Gulfport, the first one to meet me and say that, I'll give you a hat for free. So I think it's pretty fun. It'd be a pretty cool thing to do. Uh, I don't know. What do you guys think? Off of that real quick. Let me know what y'all's opinion is on that. I think a free hat's pretty cool. All right. I'm going to add a little bit more solder to this right here. I'll look at your guys' opinions. Well, y'all guys didn't tell me nothing, so whatever. I'll make another post about it. If you guys don't have any opinions, then we'll try to see if we can gather some opinions from everybody. you guys watch this video later and you'll have some opinions, y'all feel free to let me know, see if it's a cool thing to do or not. I don't know. I just thought it would be neat to kind of give away some stuff just for you guys saying hello and showing up. Da, da. Do, 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 do. So I'm just soldering on this connection. We want to, like I said, watch it wick in. You see how it kind of sucks into the joint. That's what we're looking for. On to the next one. I skipped a hole, but I'm just doing it anyway because it's easier to get to this one. So some of the last bit of solder that I do when you see me do these last pieces on here that I'm doing, it's like it's kind of like a cap off, just something to make the ends look nice and pretty in the end. Um, it's not really a functional piece. The rest of it that I'm doing up underneath is what actually serves the function of bonding to the wire and sucking into the joint and connecting it all into one big chunk. But I can leave it like that, but then one, it wouldn't be completely sealed up, and two, it would just look ugly. So we don't do that. It looks prettier when I bond it all the way through. I don't know if I need to be on. Yeah, it's not as critical for me to be on X marks the spot no more because I zoomed out a little bit. But I don't know. Would you guys like this zoomed out view better? Or do y'all like it when I was in closer a while ago? All right. So now what I'll use is, like I said, just any sort of terry cloth or whatever. Clean off all that rosin. And have her looking nice and pretty all the way around. Copy. Appreciate the hat being real nice. Yeah, I just keep my hand back here. See how what I do right here? If I touch up here, yeah, sure, that's going to be hot, and you got to be careful. If your fingers are not used to that, it'll burn you. I've soldered for a long time, so it doesn't bother me too much. But it's still very, very hot, so I will jerk away. So just keep in mind you want to touch for as little as possible on that stuff, just because it's super hot. Definitely good advice. So, let's move on to this one and let's get it done. So I've got to do all this stuff for a customer out of Canada. So we're shipping this out here probably, depending on how quickly I can finish this, sometime next week, most likely. Who knows? I might finish it soon. I did start a little early on it. The live usually doesn't start till later because stuff always comes up. Uh, and one reason or another, it just doesn't get started. But we're making some pretty good progress on this thing now. What time is it now? It is. Oh yeah, we're great on time. I'm probably going to build another split feed while you guys are here. My suit's probably going to get cold. I'll have to warm it up later, but it is what it is. It's finally warming up in the shop. It is about, 50 degrees in here? I could run heat in here, but I've got so many air leaks in here, it's not even funny. I could seal it up better. I've got insulation in the walls. I've got insulation in the ceilings, and I've got a concrete floor. But one of my doors, I knocked out the what do you call it? The It's that entrance divider piece, whatever the heck you want to call it, that little bump up you go when you go, the threshold of the door. I knocked it out so I could pull the lawnmower in and out and work on it in here, especially in the summertime whenever I got the AC running in here, just so I can be lazy. And it, of course, created a pretty good air gap. I closed it up somewhat with some plastic that I've got, like, as far as like uh, I don't know, it's kind of like a rubber grommet on the bottom of the door, but they're plastic. They did all right, but, on the other door, it's not completely sealed. Then I got a bunch of, I don't know what you call that board. That's a type of board that's got, looks like it's reflective on one side and it's got some foam through it. They call it something. I was told the name of it the other day. I just don't keep track of that stuff, but it's got a bunch of holes in it. So I'd have to seal that up with some foam or something so I can fix all these air gaps that I got in my shop. And then I could be smarter and go ahead and finish off that door that's over there and just heat up one room and be even better than that. But currently right now, I'm fine with my little Mr. Buddy heaters. If I get cold, I just, uh, rotate over there to one of them and, it goes pretty well for me. It's got enough heat kind of putting off to keep me warm. My butt's warm. My toes are a little cold, but, we, uh, we're doing pretty well in my opinion. Better than most. Some guys don't even have a shop. I think we doing pretty good. Yeah, yeah, I do. I do a lot of these. I've done this for several years now, all the way up to inch and 5/8, all the way down to like RG316. And then of course I work on other equipment at another, business, down to about, really I can go down to about 201 package. So I can go down to very, very small S&D packages. Probably about the smallest I can work on would be about the tip of this right here. So if you see how thick the tip of that is, that's about, well, actually it's a little smaller than that. It's about that small. It is about the smallest I can work on. I may be able to work on smaller, but I have yet to try it. 201, I know I can solder down to that small. 402 is 1 millimeter across. So I think 201 is about 0.7 mils across. So, it's not super thick or nothing like that. She ain't. So I've done this for a while. It's not that I'm, bragging or anything. It's just I've done a lot of it. Coaxes. I don't know. Probably in my lifetime, I would say, I don't know. I haven't done I've done a bunch more jumpers than I have super long spools, but I would still say probably around 50,000 foot of wire over my lifetime that I've done. And most of those being jumpers, like short lengths. Uh, but it's just adds up when you do a bunch of them all the time. I guess if you was to count PL 259s, I've done, or UHF connectors, I've done them. I don't know. Good Lord. Went through probably, my guess, I'd venture to say above 3 or 4 thousand ends. Uh, probably more than that. But no, not every day am I doing 6 different coaxes like this. But still, it was a regular occurrence, especially early in my career. I was doing a ton of ends, just nothing but coaxes for probably a year. Doo-doo-doo. Oops. So what happens when it bubbles up and looks ugly like that? I clean it up. Do you have to clean it up? Absolutely not. It does not matter at all. But there's a risk of an inclusion. So you kind of just want to go over it again anyway, even if there's not a problem of it bonding. It's more along the problem of its sealing. You just want to make sure there's no problems with it going to leak down into the wire itself. If there's ever any water intrusion, hopefully, if you have a good quality stud, there won't be any water intrusion. But you kind of want to play it's better safe than sorry, because this is not a very like weatherproof connection. So you want to seal up what you can if you have the ability. Now, when you're going up to my DIN or my LC or my inch and 5/8, EIA, then it's a different story since they have O-ring seals on there and they're designed for outdoor weather use for long periods of time. So this is a DIN connector. It has a bullet that goes in here. It has an O-ring seal here. There is an O-ring seal that goes on the inside of the ring right here. And then there's another O-ring seal that connects between this flange right here. This is a 7/8 CI. There is an O-ring seal right here on this piece right here. There's an O-ring seal on the jacket of the wire itself. And there's another O-ring seal on the end of this flange right here. If I showed you 7/16 DIN, this is not the exact right one, but this is a DIN connector right here, and it has an O-ring seal inside there already. And this is where the shield starts. This just tightens it up. So they're made a little bit more weatherproof. So when guys are going like bigger powered applications and things like that, a lot of times I'm recommending a bigger connector just because they're made better. And say you do like some 1/2 inch flex from me, the difference in price from a UHF end versus the difference in price to a DIN end. A lot of times if you get like the nicest UHFs, it's actually $40 cheaper. If you get the cheaper, UHF ends, then it's the same price. So it's definitely, a benefit just to go ahead and go an upgraded connector that will go more power and also have a better seal on it. So from here, now I don't know if I've got the TikTok guys hanging out on the YouTube live, but hello if you are. I apologize. I should have hopped on there earlier and said it. I know a few of you guys had started streaming my stuff to TikTok. I will not be on there for a little while until whatever the downloads resume. But I do have a shop, and I'll probably start posting my lives there too, just because I can. Um, but yeah. Oh. So far, I like the service that I'm using. You guys will see it in the corner. It's that Prism Live or whatever. It's a pretty good service. It's kind of really hyper specific to guys who are just trying to share and do a lot of live videos. But it's pretty cool. It does a good job. Alrighty. I tidied up all those. That's all finished. We're doing pretty good right there. We are making our way through these with relative ease. So after this ends, we're going to go ahead and break away and we'll do something a little different. The different that I'm going to be doing is going to be a 7/8 EIA split feed. So if you guys have not seen a split feed, I hope you guys get to hang around and see that. I don't know why this thing's not charging. It says it's charging for a moment. Okay, I don't know. Whatever. I hope it's charged. I ain't got to click. Oh, I can. No, I can't do that. Whatever. So I don't know if you YouTube guys are just sitting back in the cut or if it's just counting your numbers wrong, but I do appreciate you guys hanging out. You guys feel free to say something and say hello, please. It doesn't hurt my feelings if you don't, but it's always nice to be able to say hello right back. Hope you guys are doing well, and I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't mind answering questions. If you have no clue what you're looking at, tell me. So I have no clue what I'm looking at, and then I'll explain it. I have, I think, been doing a pretty good job so far of explaining myself. Uh, but I never know really how well I'm doing, unless somebody with no experience or no, knowledge in the subject comes in here and tells me, if they understand more because of my explanations. Uh, but like I said, I do my best. I do what I can. That is incorrect. It's going to be too long. So we're going to cut that just a little bit shorter and we'll have a bunch of extra shavings sitting right here. So give me just a second. So I dropped a bunch of trash. I caught most of it. I got a little scrap bin back here that I use. And then we'll tidy this one up because that looks ugly. I need to get a new mat, actually. I'm going to be getting one super soon. I just got to remember to order it. I carry them on my website if you guys like these mats. Uh, I say that, but I carry them on my business page, but I'm not sure they're actually on the website yet. I say that. It's just too much work, man. I'm trying to get the website set up, trying to get these videos out there for you guys and trying to, prep for these events, man. It's a one man operation over here, man. We're burning the candle from both ends, man. So if something's not on the website or something's not done properly, I apologize. I do appreciate the order. I had somebody else ordered earlier today that off the website. I do appreciate that. If you find what you need on the website, I hope it helps. The goal is to make one, save you guys some money because the website does save some money. If you order out of state, it saves you tax. Um, but also too, it just takes a little bit of the burden off of me. If you guys already know what you want. If you don't know what you want, feel free to call, ask. I don't care. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I had a guy talk to me for like an hour the other day and was apologizing. I'm like, dude, it's not a big deal. You're buying stuff from me. It's fine. That's part of business. Dude spent quite a bit of money with me and was literally, being apologetic about talking to me. And, yeah, I understand the concept of how some people are just rude about stuff like that. But no, that's not how good business works. You don't do good business by berating your customers. That's not how you stay in business. You get out of business very quickly doing business like that. And then you got some people that tries to defend it. Like you get people that get to be fans of these people and stuff like that. And they say, "Oh man, you gotta respect his time. You gotta do that." I mean, it's business, guys. I mean, it's always going to affect your time. It's always going to affect you. You can request that people do stuff a little different, but you also have to really be, I would say, sensitive to the needs of your customers, I guess, not necessarily in a, like a, like a psychological kind of way. It's just more of a, hey, this customer probably doesn't know what he's doing. He would like to get something better and he would like to talk to somebody who can help him get something better. Hopefully I am that person that I can help. Like that's the goal. That's what I would like to be. If I can facilitate an upgrade process and allow somebody to understand something better, that's that I did my job. I'm doing well. Now, if I get irritated and short and I complain about the fact that I have people calling me, why would you complain about having business? That's just not a good idea. But, that's not for everybody. There's plenty of guys that stay busy that are not really polite. Or definitely, don't treat their customers very well. But, I try not to be that person. So, to each their own as far as that goes. That's just my 2 cents on the matter. I'm working on some RG400. This is my last RG400 end, and then we will be doing a 7/8 EIA split feed. Uh-oh. Let me get that lined up. See, when it looks like that, it just looks ugly. It's bonded all the way through, but it just looks ugly to me. I can't handle that. Add some solder to the side here. You can see kind of what happens. It stays bubbled up. It actually, yes, just bubbles. It looks like it wicked in there, but if you look closely, it's just a big bubble. And you just preheat it until it gets hot enough to suck in that solder. And as soon as it sucks in the solder, you stop heating it. Don't keep going with it. Make sure you stop. Do not continue. I mean, not stress that enough. You can overheat this wire. You can cause the dielectric to melt and fail. I've done it before because I made a mistake when I did an end and then I was removing an end after it was already hot. And it wasn't happening. It was just too much heat. So as I removed it, I saw how the dielectric had failed, just from just entirely too much heat. Not a little bit too much heat. It was a lot of heat. I mean, the jacket, can withstand up to 500 degrees of continuous heat, with no problems or degradation. Of course, a torch is going to be more than 500 degrees, so you have to consider that you will go well beyond that if you don't manage your heat. Solder begins to melt at around 400 degrees. It's that kind of delicate balance you've got to place with not heating up the entire body of this too fast, where you're going well above and beyond the 500 degrees that it calls for. So just manage your time on the connection and everything will work very well and you won't have to worry about it. The faster you get to end, the bigger your soldering iron, the better you are. I've seen people use the stained glass soldering irons that are much larger and they will work just fine. Again, same concept, manage your heat. You get too much heat too long for prolonged periods or even too much heat in a quick period, then you will damage your jacket. Let's zoom out and let's get to work on um, an EIA. So this is a 7/8 EIA. The way that's going to work is it will bolt up directly to this right here, just like that. I've got some custom Teflon over here, and we're going to throw you guys in the other gimbal and take you guys to the other side. Now, it is a mess in my shop because I just moved a big piece of equipment, so forgive me. That is a red flag. That sucks. Um, Man, that's annoying. All right, whatever. So we will steal this piece and we will remove the other gimbal and put you guys on a merry-go-round for a second. So actually, no, I'm just going to set you guys down here. You guys can see some of the test equipment and look at what temperature is in my shop. We went up 2 degrees, guys. Woo woo. So all I'm doing is I'm swapping gimbals real quick. So it has a screw-on option on the. Whoa, that's funny. Uh, this this stand that I have, it's set up where that I don't know what happened there. Yeah, the stand that I have is set up where whenever I have no weight on it, it's got a counterweight and it just threw itself way up in the air. So I've got to there's a clip that's just like this sitting right over here somewhere, and I've got to find that. I'm going to put this bottom piece right here, and I'll throw you guys in this gimbal since it's fully charged. Hey, I knocked that over. Whoops. But I've got more bird meters I need to put back up there, but I'm just not doing it yet. They're down here, and I just gotta lay them back out. Um, Come with me. I believe we are ready. What else was I doing? Oh, I was looking for a little clip. I guess I'll find that. Oh, there it is. It's right here. I just needed to put that back on the other gimbal real quick. Can't be losing stuff. There's some slugs if you guys want some slugs. There's some meters if you guys want some meters. Uh, so, now let's move over. This is the big old freaking behemoth we moved the other day. Freaking thing right there. All right, let's get back over here. We're gonna do a little bit of cleanup over here. I think I'm gonna put you guys right here like I did last time. I think that was the best spot. I don't know. If you guys dislike the spot, let me know, and we will discuss moving you guys. So pull it down right there. Turn this light on. Move this out the way. I won't need that for this job at all. I don't know why it's over here. Oh, there's my jigsaw, and there's my other clamp. Jeez, man, I'm losing all my stuff. And another pair of pliers too. So let's put this over here. I'll do cleanup later. I don't do cleanup on lives. I've done a cleanup on like one or two lives. You guys kind of didn't like it. Some of you guys did. Some of you guys didn't. It was mixed results. So I generally avoid things that just make you guys just randomly leave. So whatever, part of it. So this is some custom board. We're using that for some other stuff. It's right here. I'm gonna pull the end of this off. Well, let's vacuum this. So I will do a little bit of cleanup just because I cannot deal with this stuff over here. It's a problem, and it will cause problems with my work that I'm doing now. I would not do it if I didn't have to, but it is not a question of if I have. I have to do this. It's part of the job. My vacuum's starting to get full. I don't know what this is doing here. Oh, buddy. What? Hi. All right. Here is the next part. We're going to go ahead and cut some Teflon, and we'll get to work. So I'm going to use a bigger piece than what I've used in the past, just because I own it, and it's a nice thing to do. I do got to be careful though, and make sure I don't go too far, because if I go too far, it'll be a little difficult for us. So how far can I go? I can go up to here, and that'll be fine. So I just need to keep the distance down on it. So I got to do two cuts real quick here. I could do that cut, but I'm sorry, I'm right-handed, so we're not accommodating today. With our initial cut, next we've got our final cut. That should be pretty good right there. Okay, we've got our puck, a little bit of extra junk on our hands. So now you guys can probably see this. I will turn it a little bit. So I'll be on that machine right here. A little bit out of you guys' view. No, I'll move it. Let's do it. Ta-da! Let's just do that. That'll be fine. Nothing special. We're not trying to win any beauty contests. There's still some inclusions. We're almost clear. We picked up here, a little bit down here. That really is good enough. There's a very little amount on the edge, but it's not going to matter for what I'm doing. So you guys can see it's nice and smooth all the way through. Look at it versus the light. And you see on this side, if I can show you, where's it at? On this side, on this edge right here, see if I can get some light in it. And you can see a little bit of a dip. Doesn't matter at all. But it's something that kind of irritates me. If I can clean it up, then I will. As far as I hear, the noise canceling's pretty good with you guys. I just create a nice beveled edge to clean that edge up. Then we got to go get a caliper from over here. Let you guys see what's going on. 11:37, waving a hand. Witchy man, waving a hand. Hope you guys are doing well. Did the mail run? Mail did not run yet, but I will let you know. I've got a tracking number on my stuff, so I will keep you posted. Uh, give me a second. I got to mark this thing for centered, and we'll get this done. All right. We've got to get the caliper. Do not get too close to that heater on the right. With the back of the uh, that is a world map, but that's not necessarily the whole world. It's just it's supposed to overlay on a screen. All right, let's get my caliper real quick. I'm a little too far away. Get back over here. Um, I don't need a punch. It'll be fine. So I generally try to mark for center. It doesn't matter if I hit center or not. It's not going to affect this functionally or not, but it's just one of those things that just kind of gets on my nerves if I miss it. So 52, go to 26, 6. So we'll do a half moon. something like that, and then do another hit on the bottom, and then do another half moon. Then check again. You can do another one if you want, make it like a star. But really, X marks the spots for the most part. Covers all of them. So the goal is to try to stay centered as I can. If I do that successfully, so now let's just test myself. I want to see how close I was. I'm not looking up. Looks like I was off center a little bit, so see if I can straighten it out. Is it centered now? I don't know. Moment of truth. Good and close. It's pretty dang close. Not you can see. It's not the best, but could be better. All right, so now I've got to drill another bit because I've got another piece in here. I could do a plunge cut with my router bit, but then realistically I'd have to get another router because I don't want to. Whatever. I'll just do this because I'll be changing this bit out and doing something else with it anyway. So move my edge here. Take this end off here. All right. That's pretty cool now. I can see chat though. Copy the noise canceling, man. That's great. I'm glad the noise canceling is working good. That's pretty sweet. So, now here's the question I really have. Can you guys hear me talking when the noise canceling is in effect? That would be interesting to know. If I knew that, that would be pretty cool. Does it matter if I know? Nope, not at all. But it would be pretty cool to know. So, second is going to be right. Really? The one I'm missing? Are you kidding me? Bet you that's not the right size. That is not. Give me, let's just make it a little bigger. We can do that. I'll just go up 1/64th of an inch. We'll just go up to 23/64 instead of 11/32. I can handle that. That'll be all right. What, buddy? It didn't or did? What sound? Yeah, that's fine. I'm talking about noise canceling as in the equipment or I'm talking about equipment as in the equipment or the machines. That's mainly what I'm talking about. So we'll run this booger down. Drop to y'all. A little bit more we go. This is the El Cheapo little, Roby special. It does pretty good. I don't mind it. It's like I don't know. You can look around on Marketplace and find these things for like $50. I think I paid like a $200 new for it or something. I don't know. Something like that. But it is very reasonably priced. Yeah, throughout the backside. So, so I got to measure the depths of this. So I got to do what's called a plunge test. Um, is that the proper terminology? I don't know. Is it the terminology I use? Absolutely. So we need about 4.9 mils, and that is not enough. Oh, excuse me. That is not currently enough depth. Need a little bit more. Little bit more. Plunge test again. 5.78. And we really need 8 points. No, hang on. Excuse me. I lied. We need really just 6 mil. We need 6 mil, and we are just under that right now. We're 5.4 in all spots. So you want to, this is not cutting flat. So I got to go a little deeper on the sides. All right. So 6.9 in the middle, and on the ends, 6.6. So we're zero point 0.6 mil deep, deeper than what we needed to be, but that's perfectly fine. I am not concerned. All right. Let's move over here and take you guys with me. Get out my seat, buddy. No, come get it back. So it's a mess over here. Not trying to clean up at the moment. So just forgive me for the mess. And we'll put you guys in the other gimbal quick. That booger should be charging this whole time. Hopefully it was. Ta-da. Okay. So you can scoot this chair over. You can scoot this up. And you can scoot this back and just sit in there. Scoot that chair out of the way though. All right. Put this gimbal up and out of the way. Put this caliper up and out of the way. Then I've got to get some other tools that I've got sitting right here beside me. Oh, so if you want to stand over there, you can too. Wherever you want to, buddy. All right, so now we've got to get, I think it worked out to be, I thought it was a standard size, but I think it's a metric size. Yeah, right behind the heater's fine. All right, let's zoom in real quick so you guys can see what's going on. That is not the same size. Okay, surprise. This is the next one up. Let's go. Not at all. Okay. I know it's not that one. That's too big. Let me grab another set, Allen set, real quick. Give me just a second. All right. I'll move the battery set for you too, buddy. So I can go over there somewhere. Deal with that later. Now, we need this. Copy the noise canceling is great, man. That's awesome. That is great. Okay. So this is the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. So that's what they are. Just the Samsung Galaxy earbuds. I've actually only got one earbud in right now. So, technically the noise canceling shouldn't be as good, because it's only one earbud. And the way noise canceling works is it checks out whatever sound is in the area and tries to compensate that sound or cancel that sound out by putting out a similar sound. All right. This is not ideal. Let's see if that lines up. Oh no, we're not using this one. This I'll keep for a tester for later. But there's an O-ring that I need that I do have, but I'm just not doing it. So I don't have to. What are you doing in there, buddy? Okay, well you gotta stay out of there for a little while because it's, that box is not sitting straight. It's still up on its side. So you have to be careful going in there. What? Another dangerous box. Just don't touch it. The power supply. It's a big power supply. All right. So, ta-da! That's the perfect size. That's weird. Two different sizes. Whatever. So I'm just mocking this up. I got to get it lined up to start with. Just take about that top, old boy. That's all right. All right. Okay. The way this sets up is we'll have a. Don't do that. So we will have. Let me just get some braid. I gotta show you guys anyway. Whatever. Let's zoom in anyway. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Over here. All right. I'm gonna let you cut some braid, buddy. Yes. Scissors. Go over there. So then open this door. That door. Open that door. That braid right there. Pull some off. Just pull it off the spool. You just push the wire back and you'll see it open up. Don't, no, 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 no. Push it back. So do the opposite of what you think it should do. Push back and watch what happens. Well, hang on, just wrapped up on something. Watch out real quick. All right, there you go. Look, watch. Push it back. Ta-da! So I need this much and about this much. So chop that. Choppy, choppy. Yep. Scoot to the back of the scissors. Open them up wider. Wider, wider, wider. There you go. Now chop. All the way through. There you go. You did it. Success. Keep that wire from getting pinched and close the doors. When you close the door, it closes like that. This one is bent, so you have to push the bottom. There you go. Give me my scissors back. My skeezers. And let's get some other equipment from over here. I need this, and this, and this, and this. So that's some terminals, and that's some braid. Let's get to work. Make this happen. So the easiest way to do this is a drywall saw. Don't touch it. It's sharp. Actually, put it in the bottom drawer of my toolbox. Just don't touch it. Bottom drawer of the toolbox on the left. All right. So I'm going to put you guys in a better spot. You guys will see what I'm doing. The best method I've found for this is to go ahead and put two ends on and then mock it back up. Right there, bottom drawer on the left. And then this, you can, on the left, your left. There you go. Right there. Throw it in there. Yes, I have lots of tools. Okay, so we need next, a big flat surface that I can hit with a hammer without making lots of noise. So, and shaking up a bunch of stuff. So it's going to be that down there. So we will use this. Other gods. We'll use this as our tool to ask it to slightly just flatten out just ever so calmly and friendly and just please flatten out. I'll be using that tool to ask nicely. See, I said please, and it did. That's demanding. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. So you can hear the talking, but can't. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's probably got a specific sound that it's designed to cancel out, and most likely is what it does. It's probably not like some special technology. It's more anything over a certain decibel, it just will not pass. Kind of like a noise gate. Uh, your voice is not going to hit above a certain decibel, but it wouldn't even be a noise gate. It'd be more like a EQ, like a limiter. I don't know. There's a lot of special nuance to stuff like that. I'm gonna scoot that up underneath there. I've got to do this a little bit more in just a moment. So we will move over here and go up there, and then you guys can see what's going on. So right here, and hey, what's up, Mickey? I'm sorry I didn't respond earlier. 11:37. Already said hello to you. Already talked to Frank. All them YouTube folks are just out there. Can hear the hammer, but not bad at all. Yeah, I mean, I don't expect this to be like no shooting hammer that or shooting gun, shooting set of headphones that cancel out everything possible. But they do pretty good. We'll see if this earbud's charging properly. It seems like they've been glitchy on their charging features. So we just added the second one in. I don't know if it'll improve audio or make it worse, but we will see, I suppose. The way this works here is I have to put this on the shield, this on the center conductor, but I have to do it a little bit different, like this here. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab just a small, what do I got? I've already got these used. No, that doesn't, no, thank you, buddy. Nope, not useful. So I've got a couple of little tools over here still sitting in my pocket. It work. No, it won't. That won't work at all. I can grab one out of another baggie. Let's just get one. I'm going to be using this on this other job very, very soon. So this will actually be part of this job. So part of it. What? No, this is for a customer. So this is literally the same hardware that I'm going to use for that customer. So doesn't matter at all. I'll be using this shortly. All right. So I'll just throw this through just like that. I'm going to do it without the lock washer because that's a mating surface that I don't want to have to deal with right there. I could go ahead and mount it to something else, but this will be fine. It won't do anything to it. I just need to kind of hold it still and then set this on here and hold this still. And I just need this to sit somewhat flush. Don't have to be perfect, but just somewhat. Both these are backwards, so let's just go ahead and straighten that back out. Spin that booger around. You spin me right. No, I can't do that. I'll be copyright or something. Okay. Yes, that is a glue gun. I will be using that probably today. So it doesn't matter again how I do this. I'm just lining it up, and then just like that. So I need this to sit flush. So there's a lot of guesswork you can put into this, but you can make it a lot less guesswork and a lot more precise when you just do something like this. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but you just want them to terminate at a very similar location. So that's an easy way to do so. That is very well. You little booger. Whatever. That's going to be inside of a terminal, so it's not the end of the world, but that's definitely annoying. So let's take this off. What you doing? No, what are you doing? No, 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 no. What are you doing? Trying to waste my hot glue? I don't have any more hot glue, buddy. Mommy took it all. So, nope. So I know. That's why you can't take that one. I got to use it. Well, you can't use it. Oh, that's fine. You can put it on it. That's what I'm saying. Just don't be. I thought you was turning it on there, buddy. I'm trying to use my hot glue. Give my hammer back. All right, let's rotate this down. Turn down here, and you guys will see me whop it with. Hey, that's the wrong hammer. Put that back. I don't need that hammer. I got a lot of extra hammers. I got a big old one, long handle sledge, but I don't need it. I will not need that for this job. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was super loud on the old setup with the old microphone. I don't know for sure. Don't get too close to that. It'll burn your pants. Even if it don't burn your leg, it'll burn your pants. That is fire. Huh? That doesn't make a difference. It's still fire. I think this one behind is more dangerous. Nope, that one's just as dangerous. Still fire. Both of them make sound. Oh gosh. So now, pick this up, throw it on the desk, and we'll start the next stage of this process. Turn this over here. Up and away. I think that's pretty close. I can keep you on a closer spot. I'm going to go ahead and temporarily remove this because this doesn't matter, and it'll go back in this little baggie until we need to use it. Because sure as the world, I will not find it when I need it if I don't do that. That can go back over there. So, I won't need that either. Here. Oh, so don't lose my stuff, buddy. No, see, whenever you finish playing with it, put it back. Yeah, do we have a black trash bag in here? Do you see one down low? I think we used them all. I need one at some point, but I'll get it later. Alrighty then. All you YouTube folks, if y'all got anything to say, y'all feel free to say something. Facebook guys, y'all feel free to hop in there and say hello too. Appreciate you, 1137. Appreciate you, Mickey. Appreciate you, Whiskey Man. 305 missions. So we'll do the backside first, just because it's easier and not easier, but it's just better to do it this way. Alrighty. Both these ends are done, so we'll go ahead and move on to the next ones. I'm going to cheat a little bit since this is hot, but you got to be careful. It's definitely warm. Yeah, if you're not used to heat, don't be handling this material because it will burn you. So I separated these a bit just because it's easier to isolate the heat on each unit. I had them so close together, I just decided to work them together uh, just a moment ago. But now I'll work them individually. The reason I'm taking this is I'm kind of regulating how much contact. I'm not leaving that on there for a long period of time. I'm just slowly building up heat. Put that back. That is the old done. You guys got questions about what I'm doing? I'm building some braid for the split feed. It's okay. It's fine. Just back. No, the other side's burning hot. It's okay. If it gets hot like that, what I usually do is just shoot it further away. And I just got to be careful because this chair is bigger, but it's not too hot. It's definitely gotten hot before when I've gotten it way too close, but luckily that is not the case today. So now we will do. I found my the nuts for my this job. So this one's going to be done a little bit differently than what my other ones are done on my smaller stuff. So I think this is the hardware. Nope, no, this is not the hardware I needed. This is the wrong one. Let's get out the other one. Oh, this is the one I needed. Let's zoom out real quick just because. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I mess around and don't pay attention. You guys were about to be gone. We had 2%. So you guys would not have been able to hang out. It would have killed the feed. So I apologize. It's definitely something I'm bad about. I will be setting up a live and doing that, and then I'll get busy and I won't be paying attention to how much battery I've got. And I don't get an audible alarm in my earbuds, so there's no warnings that it's dying. So here I am working, and all of a sudden you guys are gone. I've done that a few times. Not my intention to cut you guys off, but definitely it does happen. So let's get me copper. See how this works. I don't know if I like these or not. The jury's still out here. Uh, I don't care. Set that thingy on top. Probably not the best place for you to learn to set, but it is what it is. Da-da-da-da. Lock it, put her down, make it where it looks pretty. Tighten her up. Now I gotta get something on the back side. This piece right here. Take this, put it away. There. I gotta visual talk myself through this, putting my stuff up procedure up, get and won't put something away. So, where, oh, find the right size for this. I'll zoom in real quick. Sorry, guys. I forgot I still had you guys zoomed out. So, I'm gonna move all these. This is what we worked on today, just a bunch of RG 400. And then I did a split feed, and then I did the 7/8 EIAs. So this is part of stuff that gets knocked out. Nope. Nope. And yep. That's what I'm looking for. Then I got my little bitty handy dandy little mini booger. I'll turn you guys over there and zoom in something like that. I think that'll work. All right. What I'll do here is do just like the last little final piece. Try not to do too much because let's do this. I did this before and I'll do it again. Yeah, that'll be fine. We are going to heat this booger up, and I don't feel like having to deal with it getting too hot. So this is how we handle that. So the way I do this is ideally it would be better if I could set it on something, but I'm gonna stick it in here. Good enough, that'll work. Okay. So now we're going to see if I can make this happen. So you see, I get a lot of water in here. Just all it does is one, it ensures that I got an O-ring seal. That means I'm weather tight. But two, Wait. All right. So now I gotta quickly make sure this is good. There we go. Nice white. And then we'll dump all this water out on the ground and deal with it later. Nah, it'll dry up. All right, concrete. Well, I'll just use a rag. Whatever. Pour it in the rag. There we are. So she's locked in nice and good, doing what it needs to do. I can clean off the little excess on this. Doesn't hurt my feelings none. Tidy that booger up. And now we have a bonded center. From there, we'll just bolt the exterior shield. I guess I'll show you guys how that looks. Let's zoom out just a smidge. I think I'll need to do that. That. And we will bolt. I'll just throw a bolt in real quick. This is, yeah, I got bird 40. This is a bird 43. That's a bird 4314. That's a bird 1. And this will read, that's a bird meter right there. That'll do between 10 and 10,000 watts peak. All in one slug, 1 meter, one everything. It's cool. It does a great job. And then of course I got more bird meters. Bird meter there, bird meter there, bird meter there, bird. Bunch of birds. Bird is the word. So this is a 7/8 EIA split feet is what we're doing. All right. So I'm gonna have the customer just needs another washer. I guess I'll do it. I'll provide something. 'Cause I've got a little tool and setup down here. Nothing super special by any means, but it is some. Where's it at? Uh, Small. There it is down there. See one. Was that it? Get down there. Nope. It's not one of these. So I'm looking for some brass pieces, guys. Got some brass there, and then some more brass. Oh, there we go. I gotta use that brass. That brass is too small. That's some good brass. Oh, I think I measured it. It's not right last time. I think I already took. So now I have to find a bin. All right, all I'm gonna do is basically just bolt this right here. So this is how this works. It'll bolt in right here. This will connect up to the ground. This will connect up to the shield. This is flex. This right here can rotate and move and do what it needs to do. I drilled a hole. This will connect to a gamma. This will connect to a beta. This will connect to whatever. That's how the split feed works. That waving a hand crews. Hope you're doing well. Out of what is it? Out of Mexico City. Is that correct? Hope you're doing well, man. All right. So this is just a mock up, whatever. But yeah, this is how it'll set up. Something like that. Ta-da, and ta-da. That's how it works. This customer requested some longer lead lengths. That's why this one's longer. But I can do shorter or longer. It doesn't matter. It does matter to some degree, but it's not critical. It's not going to stop your station from working. You can get it to tune out. You may have a little bit of extra stray inductance in there, but you can definitely get it to tune out. Ta-da! So, let me show you guys how this will mount up to its setup. Technically, the way it's going to work is like this. That's fine. I'll be in a few. I don't know what time it is. I'm pretty well done after this. I've got more work to do, but I'll do it later. Huh. Yeah, I'll probably be out here for another 30 or 40 minutes. So I'm doing this for you guys. I'm not doing this because I need to put it back together because I'm not shipping it this way, but I want you guys to see, and I think it's pretty neat to show. So, and then also, of course, I can send the same video to a customer. Okay, man. Good to see you again. All right. So this is a 7/8 EIA. The way this is going to set up is this will be in here, and this will be right here. And then I will have a longer. It's too long. Let's see if this is long enough. Maybe it might not be long enough. I have all different lengths, so it doesn't really matter. All right, now we need another. We've got another one somewhere, but I'll just use this one since I've got it. I was prepared. That's an extra O-ring I've been storing for forever. So it's always nice to be a pack rat sometimes. Sometimes when you don't get the material you're provided, and this stuff like this comes in handy. Uh, I'm not going to leave this like this. I'm going to take this back apart and blow it out. But for this video's purposes, let me get the show on the road. All right, let me line this up. Give me a second. All right, let's grab some more hardware. This. Uh-oh. I'm not watching what I'm doing. Give me a second. And rotate. There we are. Now it's lined up straight. And then we poke this through. Just like that. Poke the next one through. Just like this. Poke the next one through. Just like that. Sets up like that. We'll tighten them up, so on and so forth. This right here can rotate and we can move it wherever we need. Our shield is going to be connected on like this. This will be connected right here. I'll have another bracket. Let me turn real quick. Hang on. Get you guys at a better angle. So consider this being on the boom right here. And this is going to be tighter, so it won't be like that. And then, of course, most likely this right here is going to be reversed in position where that other piece is going to be facing this way because the clamps won't line up otherwise. And then this clamp is going to go down here like this. And the customer is going to own some 7/8 wire like this. And that'll come out like that. And that's how she's going to set up. So this is the 7/8 they'll be using. It'll line up just like this. It'll go into that clamp. It'll set into that, set up like that. Now this extra clamp that's on there is not going to be there. It's just something for an example. This is just my little tester piece. But that's how this sets up. This is a split feed going directly to the antenna. Then it's going to be running down to his setup. I don't have one. it'll look like one of these tubes right here, but it'll have like a nozzle on the end of it. So it'll look very similar to a grease tube. So it'll go, it's just like what goes in a caulking gun. So it's just normal, like your silicone seal you use for bathroom sealant and all kinds of other stuff. That's what that stuff will be. All right. So you guys see the concept of how this is done. I'll send this video to the customer and like kind of probably, I'll make a reel is what I'll probably do. And I'll send that reel to the customer. That way they know how this stuff sets up and they'll have a little picture tutorial. Hopefully I made it within 90 seconds so that I can make it into a reel. Well, we'll see though. So, there we go. This is complete. So I gotta get my O-ring. I must drop on the ground. I've got another O-ring there. And da-da-da-da. Where'd that go? It's down there. Figure it. I'll probably send this customer with a tube of some of this lubricant so they can re-lubricate their O-rings. But that's the concept of this setup. That's how it sets up. Of course, for shipment, we take it apart just because it's easier to ship and it doesn't cost them nearly as much money. And it's not very hard. You can just tighten in. You're just putting 2 bolts on. Not like you got to be a rocket scientist to put this together. It's pretty straightforward. This customer is going to have to drill some holes. They're already familiar. They've already done it before. They'll do 2 U-clamps on this one, and they'll do 2 U-clamps on that one. This is an extra O-ring. This split feed is done, and that setup is complete. So now I'll be able to stack this right here. It's significantly easier to ship whenever you pack stuff like this. Something like that. This right here. This O-ring, I'll put it in like a baggie or something most likely. And then this split feed, I'll just set in right there. And look how small of a little box I can put that in. Now he's going to get a coax and all, but he's going to get this box inside of that coax box. And this will be how his final feed point connection will be connected. But you guys don't get to see the shipping aspect, but it's another challenge in itself. All right. I've got to do some shipping from here. It's not super interesting. There's nothing else really to show you guys. And then tomorrow, no, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's, what's today? Tuesday? Today is Tuesday, right? Thursday. Good Lord, I'm losing a daggum. All right. But today's, oh no, dang, it didn't show up too, did it? That sucks. I hope it'll be here. I hope it's here tomorrow. Um, man, dang. I don't know. We'll see. All right. I just thought about that. It's a shipment for another customer. I'm trying to help them out. Um, Back to what I'm saying. I'll be doing maybe some RG400, maybe some tower work. I don't know. This 400 is probably going to be next week. Now that I considered it, I'll do the other 6 ends on it, next week. I'll be doing a bird meter, probably. I don't know. I'm not sure. All this weather is causing shipping delays with shipments. So I'm not sure. I'm like looking into everything. It says weather delay, weather delay. I don't know. Depends on when my stuff shows up, I guess. But we're gonna have all this stuff done before the 7th of February. Then we'll be headed off to Lapa Hoi Hoi, Laupa Hoi Hoi, meet and greet in the Big Island in Hawaii. Hope you guys will enjoy that. I know I'm gonna post some photos. I don't know how many videos I'm gonna be doing, but I know I'm gonna post some photos for you guys. Yeah, we're as far as we can get tonight, and then I've got to do, I think, some shipping. I got to ship out. Where's it at? I got to ship out this 7/16 DIN elbow to a customer, And then I was going to ship out some bird meters, but they are going to be delayed because all these are going to go with those bird meters. I did a whole bird meter setup a while back. And then that's pretty much it. Appreciate you guys. Catch y'all guys later. Y'all have that looks stupid. Let's not do that. Unplug that booger. 1%. Jeez. All right. Hang on a second. Let me plug this booger back in. I'm at 1% battery. We're ending this video. See y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Thanks for checking out the video.